One thing that a lot of fans are really curious about when it comes to Star Wars Episode 9 has all to do with Luke Skywalker and exactly what J.J. Abrams will do with him. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, looking at everything that we have been going over for Episode 9, we do know that Mark Hamill is back on board as Luke. We also know that he will be filming scenes with both Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley this December on separate sets, indicating that we will have scenes where Mark Hamill will portray Luke alone with Rey, and another scene alone with Kylo Ren, and there's another set for all three characters in which both Kylo, Rey, and Luke will be together in one scene, apparently. So these past couple of weeks we've been going over all the different set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which specifically has all to do with Luke's new Force powers in Episode 9. Specifically, a description of Luke Skywalker appearing as he did on Crate in The Last Jedi. Both Kylo Ren and himself are inside of a throne room of sorts, with Luke Skywalker's hands raised above him with Rey by his side, creating a shield around themselves in front of Kylo Ren. This seems to be created by Luke and is a new ability. He may have learned it from the ancient Jedi texts. Rey is holding Luke's hand. However, Luke does not appear to be a Force ghost here, with no blue hue and no transparency. It could be that J.J. Abrams is evolving the whole entire concept of Force ghosts appearing as if they are in the living world. The other goes over Luke Skywalker creating a shockwave against Kylo Ren, with Kylo Ren falling over onto his back. Now, what's really interesting to me is the second one, the shockwave. Now, this is something that was explored in Battlefront 2. I don't know if you guys ever played the video game, but it goes over a canon power for Luke that was never shown before in the Disney canon until Battlefront 2 dropped. It's a thing called Force Repulse, and for Luke Skywalker, he's able to use this ability in Battlefront 2. Now, mind you, that's when he was alive. This scenario, most likely, Luke is in, of course, the form of a Force ghost, but only appears as if he is alive. It seems like that JJ and Chris Terrio are really trying to make the concept of Force ghosts less transparent with a less blue hue. We saw a little example of this by Rian Johnson where Yoda was basically solid, right? He had more color to him, he wasn't entirely blue, we could see that, and he was interacting with certain objects with people in the living world. So with that being said, what is the other one of Luke creating the shield around Rey, protecting her from Kylo Ren inside of this throne room-like structure? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not quite sure if this was explored in Star Wars Legends and or EU material. I can't quite remember if it was ever used by Luke in Legends of creating a shield around himself. Now, I don't know if you guys think it's a little ridiculous for Force ghosts to actually have powers now in the sequel trilogy, something that Rian Johnson introduced. Now, in The Last Jedi, we witnessed that Yoda is able to manipulate with the weather on a specific planet in the living world. He was able to create a shock of lightning, alright, a strike of lightning hitting the tree, hence burning the tree down. That's pretty extraordinary for a Force ghost. So with Luke Skywalker here, he's creating not only a shockwave, which, by the way, the canon answer is Force Repulse, and as far as the shield goes, I don't even know if there's an official Force power like that as of yet for Luke Skywalker, alright, for Luke in Legends and or EU material. Not quite sure. We do know that in the EU, Luke had dozens of powers that made him extremely powerful. And that is something that I would have really loved to see in Star Wars The Last Jedi, which we ultimately did not get to see. So with J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, it seems like they're really trying to create this epic moment for the character of Luke and to show us exactly how strong he really is. Now, I know a lot of people may have a problem with this, because why show him as such a strong figure after he already died and is now only in the form of a Force ghost? I can see the controversy of that. I can see how people would have a problem with that. But to me, as long as they're incorporating some kind of flashbacks in between here and there, and we do get a glimpse of a younger Luke, we have heard about the de-aging technology that will be worked on for one of the legacy characters, most likely Luke Skywalker, so With that being said, this movie has a lot of things going for it. I would really love to hear what you all have to say below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.